In this video tutorial, I'm going to show you how you can do a simple dem of difference calculation. And you're going to do that just using the raster calculator as opposed to anything in the change detection software. So I've got two DEMs here. I've got one from 2006, one from 2005. And what I'm going to do here is just bring up the effects toolbar so you can kind of visually see that example. And in the effects toolbar, I'm going to turn this on here so that I can swipe out the 2006 DEM. So here's 2006, I'm pulling it away, and you're looking at 2005 beneath it. And so what you can see what happened from going from the bottom up here. This is actually the top of the reach on the bottom of the page. You can see how this bar prograded in, coming in here, had a big slug of deposition, some scour in the channel, and then the channel completely rearranged here and had a whole bunch of deposition. So let's see what that looks like. So if I go into Arc Toolbox, go into Raster Calculator, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my newer DEM, which is 2006 Feb, and I'm going to subtract from that my older DEM, which is 2005, and we'll go ahead and put this out here, and we'll just call it DoD example. You can save it wherever you want. And so that runs, and I can see the results up here in Raster Calculator. I can right click on them and hit Add to Display. Bring that up on top. So there's my dem of difference. It's a little hard to see. What I'm going to do is import a symbology that I have on another layer. You could manually do this. And this will just allow us to see then the deposition in blue and the erosion in red. And so that's a unthresholded dem of difference with no uncertainty analysis. And if I wanted to threshold that, there's a couple of simple steps I can take. I can again go back to the raster calculator. And I can take my DoD example, and I can, let's get the syntax correct here. Inside parentheses, I can see where is that DoD example. Let's say we want to threshold this at 10 centimeters, plus or minus 10 centimeters. So where is it greater than 10 centimeters? Or where is, oops, I should do that first. Or where is it less than negative 10 centimeters? And again, so I'm going to call this the DoD threshold mask 10 centimeters. And I can run this. By the way, the reason the results aren't automatically getting outputted is because GCD has this horrible habit of toggling this add results off. So I'll turn that back on, add to the display. And so basically the zeros are the areas that would be thresholded out, and the ones are the areas that we would keep. And so if I run a reclassify on this, I want to turn those zeros into no data. And so if I bring in my mask, and I change that to no data, and leave the 1 as 1, and I'm going to output that here as a reclass. This will produce a raster that just has the area that we want. And so now I can finally go back to my raster calculator, and I can take that reclass, which is this guy, and I can multiply it by my DoD. And what I'll get here is a thresholded DoD at 10 centimeters. So there it is. So now I should be able to see underneath that dim of difference the DEM in the areas that the change was not large enough to exceed the 10 centimeter minimum level detection threshold. If I want to change this to a classified, and I can bring in my other DoD. There I have a dim of difference. Okay, so that's all there is to doing a simple dim of difference in GCD. Sorry, not in GCD, in ARC map. In other video tutorials, I'll show you how to do the same thing in GCD and compare what you get. That's all.